Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video where I'm going to be taking a look at some of the mods that have appeared already in the first week Farming Simulator 25. Some of the, what I think are some of the best mods that have appeared in Farming Simulator 25, because unfortunately there is a lot of rubbish out there, especially if you're on PC. You have to be very careful what you're downloading and where you're downloading from. But we're going to take a look. So some of these are obviously available on the mod hub to all players on all platforms. Some of these are PC only mods, certainly things like the free terraform and paint, hood hider, faster chainsaws. Some of these mods are only available on PC. Camera collision mod, more productions, place anywhere, and obviously some of the all the mods from Stevie are only available on PC. But yeah, we're going to take a bit of a quick look at some of these mods and see what they look like in game. So I'm going to be on the Hutan Pantai map, and we're going to be having a look here. It's great to see mods coming out already. Modders diving in, supporting. Obviously, I might have to switch controllers. I'm sure this controller of mine has got a dodgy left analog stick now. It keeps drifting all the time. I've tried calibrating it a few times. It doesn't work. Right. So what we'll do, we'll head over to the store and we'll test out one of the first mods. Okay? One of the first mods. So, if we come in, you see, I do not own any farmland, okay? Do not own any of the farmland on the map. Right. So, one of the first mods we're going to test is the terrain and paint anywhere mod, I guess. If you want to remove those pesky limits. And also, you'll notice it's not costing me any money to do any painting or terraforming. Isn't that nice, eh? Isn't that nice? So yeah, that's the first mod. I think it's a great little mod. Because, again, sometimes, very weirdly, and this is a thing, you get these strange little areas on the map where even though you think, I mean, you should own the land. Common one, if anyone's watched my Riverbend Springs playthrough, you'll notice I had some issues where, for example, say I bought this, I bought like this field, but you don't quite own all the way up to the water, and there's no way to buy that. So there was a couple of areas on my Riverbend map where I was trying to make some changes to my fields, and for a start the game says you have no access to this land because the field boundary doesn't go right up to where you think it's supposed to go. But then also, strangely now, there's this weird thing where actually on the sort of the grey line here, access is restricted as well. So it's like Giants have put in a secondary little block which prevents you from painting up to or terrain modifying up to the bit of land that you don't own. So actually there was a couple of little spots where I couldn't actually like finish working my own fields. And like I say, the terrain and paint anywhere mod and the terrain and paint for free mods take care of that brilliantly and give you access. Okay, so that's one of the great little mods. Now, other mod I like, well, first of all, I suppose what we need to do now is actually buy some land so I can actually do some work. We'll buy that one. And we'll buy that one. So we've just had a look at the paint and Sculpt Anywhere mod combined with the Paint and Sculpt for free mods. So now I've got this big flattish concreted area. Let's have a look at some of the placeables that I have downloaded this week and think are pretty good for the game. So if we come on in and we have a look, go through the list, find them. Sheds, silos. Silos are always a good one. So for a start, liquid manure and digestate storage by Stevie. And this game is going to be really funny. It's going to make me use the mouse, ladies and gents. Which I find is weird. We can rotate. So, liquid manure and storage. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. There's the first one. We've then got multi-fruit silos. Of different sizes. Okay. Silo extensions, nothing in there. Nothing in the constructables. Containers. We do have farm supplies. An area where you can purchase all the materials and items that you might need on your farm. So for people that like to obviously refill vehicles, there's that. Coming out again, variety of different shapes and sizes. And then there's a place to store all your farm supplies. So this will actually take stuff as well and act as a storage area, not just a buy point, but a place for you to actually, like, basically a silo for all your farm supplies. And then you've got also a place for storing stones. Or a place for getting stones. Because stones, weirdly, have been changed in Farming Simulator 25. And are not as readily available anymore. Tools. I'm surprised. There should have been a vehicle repair place, unless I've messed things up a bit. Under productions, then, let's go down the list and have a look at what's at the bottom of the list. Because Stevie gives us a few production buildings. We've got a placeable fermenting silo for turning all your grass and chaff into silage. We have got a grass dryer for producing hay. We have got pig food mixer for making your own pig food. Placeable manure mixer for making your own manure. We have the TMR mixer for producing TMR for your cows. We also have a fertilizer maker. Seed production. Lime production. Make your own mineral feed. And your own wood chipper. I think pretty useful little productions. Selling points. I do believe that there is a placeable. Here it is. It's not under the tools, but you've got your own little workshop. You've also got slurry sell point by Stevie. Again, manure sell point and a multi-station selling point for selling everything. Got nothing added under the greenhouses and stuff yet. This isn't a Stevie mod, but for people that maybe don't want the government subsidy mod, we have the cellular antenna mod back from FS25. Lovely little mod this. Buy and place it. Doesn't cost you a lot. 10 grand in game. Makes 12 grand a month. So 1 month after placing it, it's paid for itself. And then just lets you trickle in a little bit of cash into your farm without going overboard. I think that's pretty cool. There's nothing yet under animals. We haven't got any modified animal pens or anything yet. Or at least none that I've wanted to risk downloading from the dubious mod sites that are out there. So yes, this is just some of the placeables you can get. And like I say, you've got your silage. So chaff and grass go in. Farm supplies. Absolutely brilliant this. So all your incoming materials, so herbicide, lime, liquid fertilizer, mineral feed, pig food, seeds, solid fertilizer, stones and water. So you can store those in your farm supply silo. Okay. Again, you've got your fertilizer production. It does solid fertilizer and liquid fertilizer. Your grass dryer for making hay. Your lime. Stones go in. Lime comes out. Very useful for making your own lime. Again, place for storing digestate and slurry at your farm. Manure mixers. So they're all there. Then, like I say, you've got your multi-fruit silos. We will get a trailer and come along and have a look at these. But yeah, some of these are pretty cool. I do like these little production buildings. They don't take up a lot of space. Like they say, the farm supplies for buying and buying your materials. A couple of 3 different options for those. Your place for buying stones. Your wood chipper. Selling wood chips. Quite nice little mods, these little buildings. Again, only available to PC players, sadly. But all PC players can go to Stevie's Facebook site for these to download them. Link will be in the description below. Right, so that's a look at the placeables, the placeable options that we have got. Some of the better placeables for FS25 in just the first week. Now remember, there is no Giants editor yet. People like Stevie are making these wonderful mods without the tools yet, without the editing tools from Giants. So yes, a nice little repair station that you can place at your farm that doesn't take up a lot of room. I do like that. Right, let's go and have a look then at some of the mods. Now again, I'm not going to cover the things that are on the mod hub, as I think other creators do that a lot better than me. I'm going to look at some of the stuff that won't be on the mod hub. Like, for example, the Crampe Big Body 750S edition by Stevie, which takes absolutely every material in the game. Every fill type in the game is covered by this trailer. Design, you have your standard design. Obviously, 20,000 litres. You have your Agritechnica Special. Okay. Your wheel brands. Again, you've got your Trelleborgs, miters, bit, and so on. Wide tyres, standard tyres. And then, as is often with the Stevie mods, you've got capacity. So, you've got your extension, which makes this 60,000 litre capacity. Okay. You then have another option, which takes it up to 120,000 litres capacity. You have your third extension, which takes it up to 240,000 litres. Okay, so I know not everybody's going to be happy with these because, like, oh, it's unrealistic. But you know what? Some of these quite nice to have, and it does work. Doesn't work with the Michelin skinned version, but if you stay on the standard design, that's where you get your capacity increases. And again, you've got a whole palette of colours to choose from. You can change your main colour, you can change your chassis colours. Okay, nice little mods. Those, we'll buy one of them just for buying it. Next one, we got the Crampe ram body, which again, you can get different size configurations. Okay, and you can change the colours of. So again, for people that want trailers with a little bit more capacity, that can handle every fill type in the game. Stevie's got you covered with 3 of those. And he's got the 3-in-1 as well. So again, capacity increases, extensions are available on those. Just the 2, 120,000 litres, basically doubling up. And then trebling up the capacity, or quadrupling the capacity of the trailer, should I say. Again, very useful, especially if you're doing root crops. Potato, sugar beets, that sort of thing, because they get full so fast. But yeah, handles every base game material. Okay. Then we've got the New Holland CR11, edited by Stevie. And as you can see, we get the CR11, plus we get the case, plus we get a whole bunch of headers, ladies and gents. Whole bunch of headers. So, look at the harvester. We've got crawler, front wheels. Well, track, we go to Trelleborg, we just have wheels. Design, we've got standard design, 20,000 litres. Camouflage design. Okay, capacity, we've got 20,000 litres. We have got 60,000 litre tank capacity. We have got 120,000 litre capacity. Okay, and then obviously you've got your short and long pipe options. So again, you can get your harvester with a little bit more grain capacity. Same on the case. You've got your again 20,000 litre capacity standard. You've got your 60,000 litre capacity as design 2. Design 3, you've got 120,000 litre capacity. Okay, and then you've got your short pipe, long pipe options as well. If you want a case harvester with a bit more room to put in your crops. And then we've got obviously the headers. We've got the New Holland CR11 corn header. Got the flex draper, 15 metres. We've then got the flex draper again, so we've got the New Holland edition with transport wheels. So you've got the case version, you've got the MacDon version, you've got the New Holland version, you've got the case version of the corn header, the New Holland corn header. Okay. Three of those actually. That one. Okay, so the difference between these two, this one operates at 18 kilometers per hour harvesting speed. Okay, and I'm guessing that's the same then with all the other headers. These, you've got the fast versions, which again, I know there are people out there that are going to absolutely hate having like cheaty mods, unrealistic mods where you can harvest 18 kilometers an hour. But there they are. So Stevie gives you the choice. You can have obviously bigger harvesters, bigger capacities. He also gives you the choice of regular or faster headers, and it gives you a few other different versions. Like obviously we've got the case branded Draper Flex header, which again might appeal to some people that have a case harvester and can't have a trailer with transport wheels built in. So yeah, a couple of variations of the MacDon. But yeah, it's a nice mod, I think. Very nice mod. Horse Maestro. Obviously, Cedars. Again, you've got the regular 12 kilometers per hour version. You've also got the 24 kilometer per hour version. And again, because it's Stevie, it seeds everything. One seeder to rule them all. You can have wide tyres. You can have your twin narrows still. I like the twin narrow. I must admit, I do like the twin narrows. Capacity, you get capacity options. So you can extend that up to 11,000. Or you can keep it at 5,500. I actually kind of like the 11,000 litre option. For the simple reason, takes seed and fertiliser. And as many of you'll know, seeders that take seed and fertiliser tend to take a lot more fertiliser than they do seed, which seems a bit backwards to me, because surely a seeder would prioritise seed over fertiliser, especially if you don't use that much fertiliser while seeding. So the fact that you can get a machine that doesn't use a ton of, that can have more seed capacity, you can fill it up with more seed, is a lot better. Fewer refills. You can complete fields without having to stop and keep refilling it. And then we've got obviously this lovely forestry mulcher for removing trees and bushes. Stevie gives us two options here. One, a nice 20 km per hour version. One, a nice 10 km per hour version. I did have a play around with these the other day in single player, and I must admit, I did find this to be... it did its job okay, the in-game one. But I did run into a lot of issues with it removing trees, and I wonder if the Stevie version is going to fix that and be a little bit better for that. We can but find out, can't we? But yeah, so far, for removing trees, it's very good. Again, we've got the planters by Stevie. Again, you've got a 12 km an hour version. You've got a 28 km an hour version. Again, does all the crops, all the root crops, sugar cane, so it does everything. And again, you've got capacity options. You can increase the capacity on those, which is great. We've also got the cultivators by Stevie, edited in a way that you have a plough version. Again, different speeds for both. So you've got a 10 km an hour version that does ploughing. You've got an 18 km an hour version. So what we'll do is we'll buy one of those. We'll get the subsoiler. And we'll get the cultivator, and we'll go and demonstrate these on the field. Don't want that menu. I want that menu because I want a big, large tractor now. We'll have wide tyres and weights. That'll do me nicely. We'll have one of them. Just regular Giants case tractor. What we will also have to do is buy some more land. Right, this is going to be... I've already owned the land. Good. Right, this is going to be like my test map. I probably should have said that at the start. This is going to be my test map, where I'm basically going to be testing mods. My pick of the mods every sort of week, fortnight, month, depending on how these videos are received. So, we'll take the first one, which should be the lovely cultivator version. And there we go, there's the cultivator. Like I say, standard version. There are, like I say, you can get a faster version of the same thing. People that want to play a little bit more unrealistic. But that's the cultivator, which I think most people will be fairly happy with. Good cultivator, good working width, nice bit of toolage, nice bit of equipment, which I think again people will be very, very sort of happy with. We'll get to the end of this row, and then we'll go and bring down the subsoiler. Right, so there we go. That's cultivator. I have got crop destruction turned on, as I always have. As I say, some of the mods, also, I don't know if anybody noticed, up in the top right corner of my screen, underneath the in-game time, we have the real clock mod, ladies and gents. So you can see exactly what the time is in the real world. So for those of you that tend to get quite engrossed in your farm sim, you can actually always keep a tab on what time it is actually in your world. So for me, currently, it's 10 to 11 in the morning. It's a nice day. It's a Monday morning as I'm recording this. But yeah, real clock mod, again, that's just another little quality of life mod that I like to have, because like I say, it helps me keep an eye on things when I'm content creating. I can keep an track, don't get completely lost of time and sidetracked. So here we have our subsoiler. As you can see, we get some stones. We also get a nice finish on the field, I have to say. So you can see the difference. Cultivating on the left, subsoiling here on the right. At least that's how I think it is. It's how it should be, based on how I purchased the... Yep, that is the subsoiler. So yeah, it's strange, because the cut... I suppose you're going to have the material, aren't you? But yeah, you can definitely see, obviously, stones produced with subsoiler, stones not produced with the cultivator. Showing you that the subsoiler is obviously more of a deep soil turning tool. Go grab the plough, just so you can see the three different... One machine that can be bought in 3 different configurations, depending on what you need. And there is an option as well for one which does... again, I don't know if I covered that, did I? I don't know if I said that. But you've got your cultivator, shallow cultivator, you've got your subsoiler. Then you've got one that does the lot. It's a plough cum subsoiler come cultivator come roller built into one, so it ploughs the field and then gives you the nice seed bed finish ready for seeding. And then of course we have our plough. And as you can see, then you get your plough texture with the plough. You get your big stones being produced. So yeah, a nice little modification there from, like I say, from Stevie. Does his different variations of one tool. Only thing missing from it, the only thing missing is being able to change the colour of the tool. So if you do have a cultivator, you do have a plough, you could make them different colours so they're a little bit more easily identifiable when they're in the shed, you know. But I guess that will come when Stevie has access to Giants Editor and some of the other modding tools that mod authors need. But yeah, we have a plough, ladies and gents. Right, let's go show you some of the other stuff then. Let's go grab the seeder and we'll show you how the farm supplies building works, shall we? Go and fill that up with some seed. Like I say, the actual placeable pack that Stevie's put together in such a short time without the mod tools is really good. Really good. So there we go. One, obviously, seeder. Requires fertiliser and it requires obviously seed. So if we come down to the first one. Oh, you're going to tell me you won't open? We'll try it on this one then. No. So this is going to be one of them annoying seeders that makes you have to unfold it. And then try and fill it. Again, that's probably something that can be fixed at a later date once modding tools are out, because you can actually put like proper fill triggers in. Right, seeds. Yeah. Start filling. Start solid fertiliser. Start filling. There we go. So as you can see, it does work. Just have to be able to open the covers on your particular machine to be able to get access to the trigger. But we have 4,000 litres of corn, we have 7,000 litres of solid fertiliser, we can do sorghum, we can do sunflowers, we can do soybeans, we can do sugar beet, we can do cotton, we can do green beans, we can do wheat, barley, oat, canola, long grain rice, oilseed radish, grass, peas, spinach. So quite a few crops that can be planted there. Obviously all the root crops and everything are available in the planter. just go and put this down. Do a nice little bit of seeding on our lovely fields. Move out of the way. Run over the traffic. This crop cannot be planted in August. Well, I'll tell you what, let's turn off all the crop settings. Well, let's do, I don't know. Let's do some peas. Why not? There we go. Good seeder. Like I say, nice bit of kit this horse one. So yeah, that works perfectly fine. Like I say, it does all the base game crops, and then there is the option for the other planter you can get, which has the support for all the different root crops, your parsnips, carrots, potatoes, all that good stuff. Which again saves you messing around with the little planters. And then we've got obviously the silos, which, like I say, multi-fruit silos. Obviously you don't have anything in them, but you can put solid fertiliser in there, road salt, mineral feed, seeds, lime, snow, forage, olives, total mix ration, wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, sunflowers, soybeans, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, red beets, carrots, parsnips, long grain rice, green beans, peas, spinach, sugar cane, wood chips, sugar beet cut, silage, grass, hay, straw, manure, stones, pig food, chaff, solid fertiliser. Okay, so you can store all your fill types in your multi-fruit silo, which I don't think I mentioned has a 50 million litre capacity. Okay, 50 million litres that site all the silos will store. So your little silo, your little miniature silo here, that will hold 50 million litres. Your massive silo, 50 million litres, and the medium silo, 50 million litres. Okay, so definitely worth having. Depending on obviously your area, and of course what I like as well, if you come over here, we can test out the lovely vehicle workshop. Which, like I say, takes up, it's not attached to a building, but like I say, you can repair, you can repaint, and you can sell vehicles directly from your own little trigger point. So again, for people that already have buildings on their maps, their farms, things like that, great little tool, because you can just place that in front of, and basically saves you placing the vehicle workshop that Giants have in the base game, which has quite a big footprint and requires a bit of a land area. But then the last mod I want to show you, I don't know if it's really a mod, okay, whether you call it a mod, but again, comes from Stevie, okay, who has made this available to people to download. It's a save game, ladies and gents, okay? It's a save game on Riverbend Springs, okay? And as you can see, Stevie's already spent 20 hours on the map. 20 hours on the map. But he's not done farming, ladies and gents. He's not done any farming. All he's done is redesign the starting farm. So if you're looking to start a game in Farming Simulator 25 and you've looked at both maps, Riverbend Springs, Hunt and Pantai, and gone, and there's not something I really like. I don't really like either of these two farms. Come into Stevie's, download Stevie's save game. Again, it's available on his Facebook page, so link for that will be in his description. As you can see, we've got the large silo placed at the farm. We have farm supplies next to farm silo. We have got different vehicle shed. With some nice Fendt tractors already in it. Start you out with. There's one of Stevie's free placeable water containers. So you can get free water from this. Using Stevie's mod pack. If you have Stevie's mod packs downloaded. We have a cow barn. Okay, proper cow barn rather than pasture. That Stevie's put in with great due diligence and care. And again, tip point here. You'll notice the starting field has changed quite a bit. Nice big long field down the side of the farm. He's also got the stone line maker machine put in from his mod pack, line production. And another fairly big shed for storing your vehicles and equipment. He's got his vehicle workshop around the back here and his pressure washer. We've got TMR mixer, silage mixer, seed maker, fertilizer maker. That's all there. Again, another workshop in the back room there. Behind the silos, obviously, some bales. And again, we've got more sheds with more equipment. You've got your bale stacker. He's got his mulcher for removing trees, because obviously, Stevie's had to remove a few trees to set all this up. You've got your standard plough. Again from Stevie's pack. But yeah, he's done a great job. Like they say, fields 3 and 4 he's merged together and expanded to occupy just one face. He's obviously then extended field 5 and customised that. He got rid of all the trees and everything around the entrance to the farm and has obviously put the cow pen in. But yeah, it's good setup. He's removed a lot of the trees from down here. A lot of the trees that I was trying to remove in my own save recently. He's already gone to the effort of taking those out to make these fields bigger and better. And he's got nice rounded corners on them, look. So they're not square. Same with the field over here, which is kind of nice. And he's got corn growing on it currently. So yeah, you go into the map, you have a look. Obviously, it's the starting farm, that's all it is. So fields 2, 3, 4 and 5 are what is owned when you start in New Farmer on Riverbend Springs. So you can still buy all the other fields as you want to. But yeah, no, a better starting farm layout, I would say. Bigger fields, more productive in the starting sense. Better cow barn, better sheds for storing all the equipment you're going to end up with over time. And like I say, this is just a save game that you can download, drop into your into one of your many save game folders if you're on PC, and then you can load into games, carry on, start playing, and you're here. If you want to, obviously, you can go and remove the money that Stevie has got available, that he's already sort of got on the map. The only thing I did notice when I loaded into this map was I got an error. I did get an error about a missing mod. And what I think happened is it's something to do with the combine harvester. Stevie's obviously using an edited version of his combine, the New Holland CR11, but it's not the same version that is in his mod pack that you can download. It's not the same one as any of the, it's none of the ones that are in this mod pack. So when I came to load the save, it gave me a warning that there was missing items, missing mods. I obviously ignored the warning, loaded into game, and obviously what I noticed is I've got a header trailer here on the back of this case that has no header on it, and there's no harvester. The farm does not own a harvester. So I think that's probably an issue that's been caused by Stevie using equipment on this save, and then when he's actually made his mod packs, he's changed file names, he's changed things, and now if you don't have his exact mod folder with his files, it just causes an issue with the just causes a bit of an issue with the when loading the save, that some things will disappear, like your harvester and your harvester's header. But you can easily obviously go and buy a new harvester, buy a new header. It's not a massive problem. It's not a massive issue. But like I say, if you want to download a save that's had a bit changed on it, a bit configured on it, and fields reworked a little bit, and then still do your new farmer, start from the beginning kind of save, go for it. I would say go for it. Obviously, there are save settings you would need to change, because Stevie's not playing with seasons. So if you want to turn seasons on, you'd have to do that in the menu. If we actually look at Stevie's game settings, he's playing in real time on normal difficulty. He's got no seasonal growth. Days are set to 2. His month is fixed to June. Snow is off. He's got crop destruction off, but pretty much everything else turned on. Dirt is fast. Fuel usage is normal. Workers do not buy anything apart from slurry and manure, if you're doing slurry and manure. So those are his games. Obviously, you can change those to how you want them to be, and then crack on. Jump in. But yeah, it's interesting to see a mod author make a game save available where he's changed and tweaked things. It's something I would like to see, actually, a little bit more in Farming Simulator 22. Certainly for me, as a content creator, to be able to download a game save for a map that's been set up in whatever way the author has imagined, and then you load into game and just basically, well, I have to deal with, this is the situation I've got, now I have to start from here and deal with it. I think that would be very good. I'd like to see a few more mod authors make game saves available where they've set scenarios up on a map, and then they're like, yeah, start from here. Here's your challenge. Start from this save game and see where you can get to, kind of thing. But yeah, it's nice. So that, yeah, a few different mods that perhaps you wouldn't have seen covered by other, obviously, content creators who generally tend to stick with just what's on the mod hub. But at the same time, I'm very selective about what mods I download. I don't download every single mod on the internet because a lot of them are trash. A lot of them are garbage. Even some of these mods that I've downloaded today, that I've got downloaded now, I probably wouldn't have downloaded initially, based on the fact that some of the mod links take you to very dubious sites that try to get you to download all sorts of extra stuff, which could be quite malicious and dangerous. Certainly not something I'd recommend to the non-PC savvy and not the non-internet security enabled individuals, which is why I'm not putting links to these mods in the mod description, in the video description, apart from the Stevie ones, which I know are trusted, because Stevie's been making mods since FS15, and he's done tons of mods for the game. He just doesn't use the mod hub for his own reasons, but all his mods are available. Click and download from his Facebook page or his YouTube channel. I think he puts all his mods now on his YouTube channel, but to get to his YouTube channel you have to go through his Facebook page. And the good mods, and obviously as soon as the Giants editor comes out and other modding tools, Stevie's going to be bringing a lot of vehicles and equipment to the game that are missing from FS25 that were in FS22. He's also going to be working on his maps, and yeah, he's going to be working on some lovely new maps for us, so all is good. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's got a little bit long-winded, about 54 minutes, but there was a fair bit to cover in it. So take care of yourselves, ladies and gents, stay safe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye for now.